All right, y'all. So today is a really exciting topic for handmade businesses, one that everyone knows and loves, and that is taxes. So let me tell you something that I see all the time, and that quite frankly concerns me a little bit. So we're heading into Q4, busiest season of the year for all retailers, particularly for handmade folks. You're going to be at a lot of markets probably, do a lot of stuff. And when you go to those markets, usually there's somebody who's organized the event and they collect sales tax. And they say, hey, report your sales tax to us because they have to pay it to the state. And so hopefully everyone's super honest about that. First and foremost, you never want to hide stuff from the tax man. But then I have a lot of people who get their own website, which is great. I think that's wonderful. Everybody should, if you want to have your own website, know what you're doing with it, understand search engine optimization and what it takes, and understand that you're not going to make a whole bunch of sales right away just because you're on the internet, but that's a whole other story. But what they don't know is that platforms like Shopify, Etsy, some other ones, they will collect the sales tax for you. Now, that means that they will determine if you have nexus in certain states. So for example, if you live in Mississippi, you make in Mississippi, and you're selling on your website from the state of Mississippi, you have nexus in the state of Mississippi. If you are selling to other states, let's say Alabama, I don't know what their nexus is, but let's say that somebody orders something from you from Alabama, and you've only sold $200 worth of stuff to the state of Alabama, you don't have nexus, so you don't have to pay sales tax to them. And that's great. Shopify knows what those rules are. Other platforms know what those rules are. And so they will collect them on your behalf. Hopefully, but you always have to double check. So they will collect the sales tax, and then people think, oh great, they collected the sales tax, so it's paid. No. They collected it, and then they gave it to you in your payout. You have to have an account with your state Department of Revenue, whatever that looks like. In Mississippi, it's called a TAP account. So contact the Mississippi Department of Revenue to get one set up. Super simple. And Julie up there, she's a winner. I call her all the time because I'm a bit of a knucklehead with it. Anyways, so you call them, you get your account set up, and then when Shopify or any other platform collects it on your behalf, you are responsible for paying the state. I can't tell you how many stories I have heard, even of really successful people who that first year, they were shocked and a little bit dismayed by the tax bill they got when they went to file their taxes because they never paid the state the sales tax, and now the tax man needs it. So make sure that you understand those things. If you don't, I am not an accountant. I am not a tax specialist. So this is all just knowledge that I have. Please contact a CPA, your accountant, and a tax person, right? Contact your state's Department of Revenue. They're the ones who know the most, and ask those questions. But just know, even though the platform collects it for you, that doesn't mean that they pay the state for you. So you are legally responsible for that. Hopefully that was a good handmade tip of the day. Have a great Wednesday, great year sales. And if you haven't yet, check out Main Street Collective. And if you are a Mississippi maker, consider joining us, especially as we go into this really exciting holiday season. Mississippi is for makers. Have a good Wednesday.